Hi guys, and welcome to my Portal 2 review for the Xbox 360. First of all, when I actually got Portal 1, I was completely blown away by it. Even though it never felt like a full game, it was just something completely fresh and new. The idea of actually having a puzzle-based game which was a first-person view, to me was absolutely brilliant. I know some games already tried to touch it, such as like Half-Life with the Gravity. They tried to put some puzzles and stuff like that in there, but they never felt like a full puzzle game compared to what Portal 1 gave us. And just the actual relationship that you have with the main robot Gladys, I thought was absolutely brilliant and original, and I just loved the banter that was, well, I was going to say between the two, but you never taught yourself, and I really did enjoy Gladys, and it's just brilliant to see how the relationship continues within Portal 2. The story is absolutely brilliant. I'm not going to say anything about it whatsoever because it's just a pleasure to play through. As soon as I got it, I just started playing it, and I knew the actual game itself probably wasn't going to be that long, so I didn't want to rush through it too quick, but it is one of them games that as soon as you start playing it, the story grabs you and you just want to keep going through. The first thing I want to talk about is the actual humour in it. With Gladys being the main robot from Portal 1, she herself was funny enough alone, but now you teamed up with the addition of Wheatley, which is another robot that will be with you for the majority of the game. And also you have Cave Johnson, which is a voice that chirps in every so often, and with all three of them combined, it's absolutely brilliant. I think the game itself probably took me over 10 hours or so to complete, but I could have easily spent 3 hours that just listening to dialogue. As you're walking through and you find the turrets, you won't just walk past them, you'll hear them saying a few lines, and next minute you notice 10 minutes has passed and you've just been staring at a turret just to listen to the funny stuff that it actually says. Then on top of it, they've actually brought some great additions now into Portal to actually flesh it out and make it into more of a game. And you've got in there now some gels which have been put in there. A lot of people I've listened to actually on the reviews, I told you what the 3 gels will do, but I don't think that's needed because it's a surprise when you actually first get them and get to use them. But that itself adds extra element to the actual puzzles within the game. And the other thing really, which is absolutely brilliant, is the introduction of the multiplayer, the co-op. And I found the actual co-op was a really good size because it took me 7 hours for me and mate to complete. We had to do it on split screens, but just because no one else has Portal 2. And it was a really good 7 hours. The actual puzzles themselves I found more challenging in the co-op than actually on the single player, simply because with him controlling his portal gun and me controlling mine, it made it much harder to try and get 4 portals wrapped around your head instead of the normal 2. And there was many a times where we was standing on a light bridge and we'd gone so far through the map we couldn't work out who set the original portal up. So by pressing the wrong trigger on the wrong gun, it cancels the first thing, and in doing so just throws you all into a pit of fire. And it's absolutely brilliant from start to finish. The good thing about the co-op is they get to do something which you don't really get to play with on single player, and that's the emancipation grills. That's a bit of a mouthful. And what that is simply, when you go through the level, it cancels what your portal gun's done, and that's fine, that's what you accept within single player. But they actually use this in a different way on the multiplayer by making it that I would have to set up some portals for my friend to go through, because if I go through one of the emancipation grills, it will cancel the portals. So a lot of the time you have to think how you can get your friend through, and then in reverse he's got to get you through without hitting the grill. So it's definitely something extra that they brought to it. And if you've not played it, if you've got the game and you've not played the co-op, you really are missing out on the best features of the game. With the addition of the actual gels in there, the co-op player, and the actual humour, the extra humour that's been added in there throughout the game is absolutely brilliant. So what I would say really is this a game that you need to play? Definitely. Is it a game you need to buy right now? Definitely not, because at the moment the price is around £40 to £35 and you'll probably complete all of it within 20 hours. So to me that's not actually worth your money. And the thing is, the playability factor of this game is very poor. Once you've completed the rooms, you may go through a second time to go and get your achievements, but after that you'll be playing the same puzzles and you already know the answers to them. So the game is something that you will play and then probably sell straight on. I know the DLC is actually coming, and it's coming free, but I've sold my copy already because it's worth £35 at the moment, and I'll simply buy it back when it's worth about £15, and I'll go through all the download content when it's actually released. So definitely pick up the game, but I would stop yourself from actually buying it now and wait till the price drops. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.